Hello guys, welcome back to Cayo Perico number 1. So we are going to be going ahead and doing a prep mission, and we're only going to be doing one, of course, because that is the vehicle approach. Here we go. So there are a few approaches to this, but I want to do the LongFin as that is the most used and best approach of Cayo Perico. And of course, this will explain quite a lot when you watch other approaches and how slow the patrol boat is. How I mean, the stealth annihilator is pretty good, but it only allows you to get close to the compound, and you can't really get any secondary targets. It's just a big struggle. It takes a long time for you to get to the compound if you spawn north of the Cayo Perico island. The loom is just not. You can't even do a stealth approach with this one, so this just sucks completely. So you have to do a uh, aggressive one with this, and you're probably gonna get killed a bunch of times. And the Alkanos is also it's a good one, but it's also a one for a compound. Kazatka is the best for if you have like a bunch of gold in the compound. This is the one to go for. You know, with your friend, if you can do this with your friend, just get the Kasatka. So we're going to do the LongFin approach for this time. Next time around, maybe we will do the Kasatka. But other than the LongFin and the Kasatka, I would not recommend any of the other ones. And I definitely would recommend the patrol boat. I would not recommend the loom at all. Elkanost, not really. Like after you complete all the approaches, I would strongly suggest you stay away from the four of these and just concentrate on this one and this one. So we're going to do LongFin. There are a few variations of this, but it's basically the same thing. What you want to do is just go to the La Mesa thing. So once you get close around here, drop cabs are going to start to pop around the map, and we will just see how it goes. So something I would suggest is get a Sparrow or some air vehicle so you can do these preps way faster. But because I'm doing multiple heists, I got an Oppressor Mark II. But of course, just do however you like. There we go. We have the Oppressor nearly arriving, I guess. There it is. So we are going to the La Mesa police station, which is one of the most difficult ones, unfortunately, for us. But what can you do about it? One of the most fastest ones, I must say. So here we go. And there is a lot of debate on whether the Oppressor Mark II is worth it, and I must say, if you want to grind missions, it's definitely worth it. If you want to be a try-hard, kill people and all that in the game, then go for it as well. I mean, to be fair, there's nothing bad with playing a video game, wrecking people and wrecking the whole town. I personally think it's pretty cool. And also for missions as well, you get to travel at crazy speeds. Not crazy speeds, but it's way easy. You avoid traffic, you avoid the roads, you dodge objects. It's just way better. So it's like I said, it's going to send some truck cabs. So one of them is here. We're going to be using this one because this one is way better than the other ones, and I'll show you why that is. So the thing is, you get to places in seconds. But if you want to get weapons, I strongly suggest you do not get the fire thing ones. Make sure you get the homing missiles for the MK2. There we go. So yeah, I destroyed a cab by accident, so that sucked. But the reason why I got it, what I was gonna get it, is because it had this thing on the middle of the thing, on the middle of the truck, and that was pretty cool. But I mean, fuck it now. I guess we ain't using any MK2s now. Just gonna go get this. Damn. Okay. There it is. We're gonna get onto this. They're probably gonna shoot at us because everyone in GTA has a goddamn gun. There we go. So to be fair, I do think the Perico heist is very worth it. You earn around 2 million when you do the pink diamond, with also some good secondary loot. You can earn up to $1.8 million, which is goddamn pretty good. But when you get the Panther statue, that's a different story. That becomes like around 2.3 million. So, but Panther statue's only event only, so make sure you stay tuned to those events. But to be fair, I just like the Perico the way it is. Never got on a Panther statue, but you do about it. So what we're gonna do here is have to turn around because the LongFin is facing towards that, and that's what we have to do. So I'm just gonna go this way. There we go. So yeah, just gonna have to go this way. There we go. We got the LongFin, but we died. So I would suggest to just kill the enemies first, then get the LongFin. But I don't do it that way because my ego is too high. If you haven't heard of Cayo's conversations, it does get very funny. But once you've heard them a million times, you just know what he's gonna say, so you just don't care. But one thing you'll hear him say is, how many friends will you bring along in the heist? And of course, what we are gonna do is no, because that's this tutorial. God damn, just die already, eh? God damn, like bro. Okay, so once you get the okay, just fucking die already, eh? There you go. So get in the thing, and you just get out the thing. So there's two options. Either you can do the time and just try to lose the cops, which is pretty easy, or you can just kill yourself. So I'm just gonna try to lose the cops because this is a tutorial. So I am going to just try to get away. So it's like any other once level, but it's 3 stars, of course, and to be fair, it's much more difficult. So what I would suggest is just make your way. Don't try to get into just tight spaces because it's a big vehicle. You might get stuck. That happened to me before, so make sure you do it that way. Of course, sometimes inevitably you're gonna have to encounter police. For example, there's a guy coming that way, so I'm just gonna turn this way. That's what I'm gonna do. So then we'll continue through Franklin's old crib. Then I'm gonna go to. I'm just gonna go turn right around here, and that should just be fine, I guess. So it's much easier to lose a wanted level and the LongFin. Kind of like a 2-star wanted level, but I guess they go easy on you. So you just gotta turn. I'm just gonna turn to the left around here because I don't want the guy to see me. There we go. There we go. So now we lost the cops. Of course, you can kill yourself if you wanted to, which would have made sense for me since I already died. So I'm not gonna go for the prep things. But if you're really going for the preps without dying, then make sure you restart it completely, which is of course going to take a long time. So I just suggest just leave that to the fingerprint cloner, the plasma cutter, the cutting torch missions. Much easier. So here we go. Deliver the LongFin to the docks. So once you get the hang of it, I must say it's one of the most enjoyable heists you can do in GTA Online. The Diamond Casino heist you have to do with 2 people, you have to wait on people, and you can just do this heist whenever you want, you know? The only bad side is you pay 100,000 for it. The primary targets are not as good paying as they used to be, and something else. But the Doomsday heist and the Diamond Casino heist, they require 25,000, but you have to find people that are willing to actually get it done, and that takes a long time, and some people just don't want to do it. But if you have friends, then I think both of them are good. Both heists are pretty good, you know, all 3. But for me, it's just the Cayo Perico, and of course depends on the person. But I do think that once you get the hang of it, you're gonna like it, and you can start to find your own entrances to the compound, stuff like that. So this is where the LongFin mission ends. You deliver it to the docks, it stays in storage, and on the day of the heist, of course, they get it out. You go to the island of Cayo Perico to steal money, or cocaine, or weed, or whatever it is. Here we go. So that is it. Thanks for watching, and for the next one, which will be the demolition charges. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.